Hi, it's Aaron Curry here, and thanks for your interest in our Service Accommodation Masterclass. This video is designed, just a short video to explain what is our Service Accommodation Masterclass, what's included with it, and to also explain to you who it's for and who it's not for. Okay, so the clue's in the title. The Service Accommodation Masterclass is a deep dive on service accommodation. I'm talking 2 days of live training. I'm talking over 80 online videos specifically on service accommodation, over 80 documents specific on service accommodation. Why is it online as well as live? How many times have you attended a live course and 6 months later you can only remember 10% of what you got told? That's happened to me so many times in the last 20, 30 years, right? I don't want that to be the case for you. Let's give you it all online with lifetime access, by the way, to the online learning. And on top of that, lifetime updates. As long as I'm still alive and still doing education, I'm sure you'd agree, things change in the industry. Things change, different deals become better, different strategies become better. I will share those updates with you as part of this package. Once you're a member of the family, you're a member of the family, right? Now, I'll do the deep dive in just a moment of everything that's included because the list is unbelievable. But who is this for, right? A service accommodation property, typically, if you're going to own them yourself, needs about a £40,000 investment. It might be a 2 or 3 bed buy-to-let you already own, right? But otherwise, it typically needs about a £40,000 investment. So if you've got 120K, you can go get 3 of these. And how much money do they make you? They make you profit of about £12,000 each. So if you've got 3 of those, you're on £36,000 a year. Pretty game-changing amount, right? You might want to do rent to service accommodation. Some people don't have a property yet and don't have the funds to buy a property. Well, then you'll need about £6,000 to get started. If you've got £6,000 to get started, you can get a rent to service accommodation. By the way, if you haven't got £6,000, you can easily raise it once you know what to say, how to position it, so it's a win for the person lending it to you and a win for you. You can even pay them 1% a month on it, and it'd be a win. That's a massive win for them, and it'd still be a massive win for you, right? So we can definitely get this done. So you go raise £18,000, I can teach you how in this program, and you get 3 of these, and they'll make you about £10,000 each on a rent to SA. So now you're on 30K a year. You can quit your job, or depends what you earn in your job, you can definitely take some time off every week, right, that you're currently working. So rent to SA and full service accommodation. Now, there are so many benefits of service accommodation. I'm not going to cover those here. Somewhere around this video is probably a link to a deeper dive on this if you want to learn more about it, right? So it's about a 3-hour training, maybe 2.5-hour training I do on it. So feel free to go watch that link and just get a bit better flavor of this as you decide if this is the right package for you, right? But bottom line, service accommodation is a superb strategy to get you cash flow quickly. And it's also one of the easiest strategies to get involved with, okay? So ease of entry is small. The amount of funds that you need is small, particularly if you do rent to SA, but even buying them, it's just like buying a buy-to-let, right? And the financial results, the cash flow is really strong. So I really like this strategy, okay? And if you're thinking, well, how hard is this, okay? How difficult is it to set up? To give you a feel, I've got students that have joined my programs within 3 months, got 6, within 3 months, got 8, within 3 months, got 5, within 4 or 5 months, got 10, right? If they can do that, you can definitely get 1, 2, or 3 very quickly, definitely. And if you want those bigger numbers, it's totally achievable. These students are going to be your peer group. I'll talk about that again in a moment, right? So this package is for you if you want to create great cash flow and you want to learn the strategy inside out and back to front. I'm a detailed geek. I love the detail. It's going to tell you what colour your flannels need to be, right? What colour your towels need to be. But it's also going to tell you which towns and cities work, which towns and cities don't. In fact, not just which towns and cities, which suburbs of which towns and cities work, which suburbs don't. You're going to learn the skill and how to identify that. You're going to learn how to check your competitors. You'll learn how to check a deal. So before you even put your money over the line, you know it will make you profit. Why do this blind? Why risk it? Why try it yourself without any learning? That's just crazy. You might get a property and it makes you 3 or 4 grand a year. Why do that when you could make 10 or 12 grand a year and be guaranteed and know it'll definitely work, right? So what do you get in this package? I'm going to teach you the ins and the outs to find the right areas, to find the right deals, I've literally got a spreadsheet. You put your numbers in and within 5 minutes it says, yes, go ahead, no, don't. The rules, 7 key rules to make sure that a deal passes. You want to be getting that deal and going, Aran will have it if I don't want it. Yeah, otherwise you shouldn't be getting it. You don't want to get a deal that I wouldn't happily take. Okay. By the way, do I believe in this strategy? We're currently in the process of getting 50 more serviced accommodations over a 18-month process. At the time of recording this, we just got 8, sourced 8 of them in the last couple of months, right? So we're deadly serious. This strategy works. It's a brilliant strategy in this marketplace right now. Okay. Otherwise I wouldn't be teaching it. Okay, so I'm going to teach you how to find the towns and the cities, then the streets, how to analyze the deal in 5 minutes, how to check with 7 key rules, but right then through to how do you set the property up? If it's a rent to property, how do you find the landlords? How do you get them to throw their keys at you? And in fact, go, I've got another 5 properties. Do you want those as well? How do you get letting agents to work with you? All part of the package. If you're buying the properties, how do you source them? Where do you source them? How do you buy them at discount? How do you get great deals, right? And then into how do you set it up? Where do you advertise these properties? How do you advertise these properties? How do you get repeat bookings? How do you get someone to book it for 3 or 6 months, right? How do you take a 2-bed flat or a 2 or 3-bed house and instead of getting like £600 a month, how do you get like £3,000 a month for that very same property? And much, much more. Which websites do you put it on? How do you make that simple? What channel managers do you use? Etc., etc. What furniture? Where do you get it from? Do you lease it? Do you buy it? And then into the tax breaks. The tax breaks with service accommodation are unbelievable. I don't have time to cover them here. But your first 3 years of profit, if you own the property, you normally pay no tax on. Section 24 tax that came in over the last 3-4 years, you don't need to pay it. If none of this is making sense, by the way, it's all in the package. So what's your investment? Well, first of all, I want to tell you your guarantee. I'm going to guarantee you, if you join this program and you go ahead and do what I teach you and you set up a service accommodation property, whether it's a rent to a service accommodation or an owned one, if you don't take £20,000 of bookings, right, you can have your money back. So that's how confident I am with this training. If you don't take at least £20,000 of bookings in your bank account, you can have your investment back. So what's the investment? You'd expect, if I'm going to teach you to take 20,000 of bookings, because you can do that then again and again and again for years and years and years with multiple properties, this is worth millions of pounds that this is, right? If you end up with 5 properties that make you 50 grand a year of profit, and you have them for the next 20 years, that's £1 million of profit. So I could easily charge £10,000 for this and it'd be great value, it'd be unbelievable value. But it's not 10,000, it's not 5,000, it's not even 3,991, which is what I charge for a live event training. And you're going to get loads more than that. Okay, I want to make this a no-brainer for you. Here's the investment. It's 1,995 plus VAT, or you can split it into three monthly payments, pay the first now and then 2 separately, of 850 each. That's including VAT, 850 each. Okay, so that's the investment. It's a no-brainer in terms of the returns you're going to get. That's the investment that you need to put in. I'm guaranteeing you, if you don't take at least £20,000 in bookings, I'll give you back every penny you've given me. I've never had to pay out on that guarantee. This stuff works, but it's there for your peace of mind that if for any reason this doesn't work, you'll get every penny back. Okay? Now, by the way, somewhere around this video, there's a link to a brochure where all of this is in black and white as well. So you can have it in black and white. It's not just Aran said on a video once upon a time. We deliver. No one's ever claimed on it because this works, right? So there's the guarantee, there's the investment. What are you going to get? This isn't just training. This isn't just a live training. First of all, though, you'll get 2 days of live training, okay? With me in a live event room. You can ask me any questions you want. This is the deep dive, the inside out, the back to front, everything you need to know on serviced accommodation. You'll leave with the manual, you'll leave with all the training, you'll leave with everything you need to know, and you'll have had lots of access to me to ask every single question you need to ask to make sure you understand this inside out and back to front. However, how many times have you done live training and 6 months later you barely remember any of it? That's human nature. The brain doesn't keep it all. So here's what I've done. I've recorded all of that live training plus an extra 80 videos on top. An extra 80 videos on top. Plus another 10 hours of webinars on top of that. And I've put it all in an online vault. And you will get access to that online training, like over 150 hours of online training. Also some bonus online training sessions on the 10 key areas you need to master to successfully invest in property, whatever your strategy is. So it'll help you with your other strategies as well. There's over 60 hours of training on that. That's worth £1,000 on its own, right? And I've put all of this training online, and you've got lifetime access. It's not just for the year that you're working with, lifetime access. So you've got 2 days of live training plus lifetime access to all of that online training. Plus, I'm going to invite you for free. It's normally $3,991 just for this, to an extra event. This is a 3-day virtual event, so it's not live, but virtual event called Secrets of the Millionaire Property Mind, where I cover property sourcing, I cover raising funds to invest with, raising money, be your own bank. I cover holiday let strategy, service accommodation strategy, HMO strategy, family let strategy. I cover all of that stuff as well. And many, many more things. The mindset of a property investor. You're going to get access to that on top of everything I've already said. So now we're at 5 days of live training and over 150 hours of online training with lifetime access. And what I mean by lifetime access is, as things change over the next 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, this strategy will keep evolving, keep changing. There'll be new bits to show you, right? All of those updates you'll get. Even after the year, once you join me and do any of my training, you're part of the family. As long as I'm still doing property education, as long as I'm still training, I will email you and tell you I've put a new video in there and you can just log on and see it. That's part of the package, as long as I'm still alive and still doing training, right? For a long time to come. So you're getting all that training. What else do you get? If that's not enough, by the way, that, I mean, compared to anybody else, that's massive. But what else do you get? Support. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to invite you in person for the first 3 months. Every fortnight, we'll do a live Q&A session. Intimate group of 50 people or so. You'll be able to come on live and ask me any question you want. So while you're doing this new learning and things aren't quite clicking or something doesn't quite make sense, not a problem. You just come on and ask me and I'll clarify, right? You can ask me to look at your deals. You can ask me to look at the area research you've done. You can ask me to double check anything you've done. So you've got that support in those first 3 months, live Q&A, and then 5 days of live training as the year goes on. Now, this is a year-long mentorship. This is a mentorship program, right? So in that year-long mentorship, you can also email me anytime you want for the next year. I'm going to give you my personal email address. You can email me, say, I've looked at these areas. Would you agree I should invest here? You can email and say, I'm looking at this particular deal. Can you check my numbers? I'm looking at this deal. I'm negotiating on it. What would you offer? They come back and said this. What would you say now? I'm trying to do a rent-to deal with this landlord. What would you say? I need to learn to be my own bank, Aran. I need to raise money to do my investing. How do I do it? And I'll show you in my videos, or I'll show you at the live training, or I'll then answer your email and tell you and clarify. This person's saying they'll lend me £100,000. Where's the documentation? Here it is, right? Every bit of documentation you're going to need, every bit of training you're going to need in this package, live Q&As for the first 3 months, every fortnight, and email access to me for a whole year. Now, if that is not enough, I don't know what is. But here's the final bits. This is a no-brainer, right? 2 for the price of 1. Here's what I'm going to do. If you've got a life partner, your spouse, somebody like that, or somebody in the family who wants to get this training as well, or a business partner you're already in business with. It can't be a random person you've just picked up, right? But a business partner you're already in business with or doing property with, I will let them have access to absolutely everything I just said. So you have it and they have it. No extra investment. You're getting 2 for the price of 1. I will also show you how this is tax deductible. So you can take this expense, the money you've spent on my program, put it on your tax return. And if you're a 40% taxpayer, you'll get £800 plus VAT back. That's a £1,000 rebate on your next tax return. If you're a 20% taxpayer, it's £400 plus VAT. It's a £500 rebate, right? So you're literally 40% taxpayer. You're paying 1,500 quid for the 2 of you for 5 days training, all the online learning, all the deal analysis, all the rules and everything else, right? There's various other bonuses and extra bits on top that I add in because I just over-deliver every time. But I think I've covered enough for this short video. Right, here's what you need to do next. Somewhere around this video, as I said, there's a link you can click for a brochure. It's a 4-page brochure. It just puts in writing everything I've just said. There's also a link to watch a longer video if you want to, where I teach service accommodation, deeper dive for about 2.5 hours. You can go do that and find out more about service accommodation in general. Feel free to go do that before you join the program if you want. But if you already know what it is, you don't need to do that, right? Okay? So you've got the longer video, you've got the brochure. There's a link to click to speak to one of my team. You might just have a few questions you should want to get clarified with one of the team before you click the button and go, yeah, I'm in. Or if you're an action taker and you know this is a no-brainer offer, right? Now's the time. Now's the time. Go to the click on the link and get on board. Here's what's going to happen when you get on board. You're going to join the program. Within an hour, you'll have access to all of the online training. My PA Rivka will reach out to you personally and give you her phone number, her name, and walk you through the whole program. Make sure you've got access to absolutely everything and you know how to get access to all the things, because there's so much involved. We don't want you overwhelmed. We want you to know where everything is, when to use it, and how to use it in an organised way. And then I will thirdly reach out to you personally and drop you an email from my private email address. So you've got access to me, and I'll ask you to just email me with what's your time that you've got, what's the experience you've got so far, what's the portfolio you've got, if any, and what's the money that you've got. And then I can help you build your plan and put this together, right? So drop me an email right back and we get started instantly. And you've got a year of mentorship with me, all of this training, all of this support. You know, I've got people who've become financially free within 3-4 months doing this training. Other people, it might take a year. Depends what your financial freedom number is. Depends how much time and effort you're going to put into this. But you've got everything you need here to get this strategy done. Okay? And compared to anywhere else in the industry, you're getting, I mean, anywhere else you're going to pay 6, 10, 15, 20 grand for this level of training. Okay? I just want to help you. I make enough money doing what I do. I want to help you get this done. So go ahead right now, click that link, join me on the program, get all those bonuses, and let's just get this done, okay? Or reach out to the team and ask any questions you need. Can't wait to work with you. Invest with knowledge, invest with confidence, create financial freedom. I'll speak to you soon. Thank you.